blasting through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being American, and YouTube Ronin. And I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of the Mystery Movie Night podcast. Yes, we control the vertical, we control the horizontal. I want to say hello to everyone currently joining us tonight on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Say hello to channel member JPRPH1, who has joined us here in the live chat. Good to see you, sir. All right. Just a few things before we go on. As some of you may know, I went in for a medical procedure today. I'm fine. It wasn't as invasive as previous, but still, yeah, some side effects, as you would expect from that sort of thing. Just want to let everybody know I'm fine. Just tired. Unfortunately, having to prep, I was not able to see the film tonight from last night. However, my co-hosts backstage did get a chance, and it seems they have a lot to say. So I say let's not waste any more time. Ladies and gentlemen, the most violent woman on YouTube, who's not afraid to threaten a man who just came out of the hospital. She's like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her, you cannot live without her. The reason why I know you're all really here, Sense Corner.
My weapon is my banana clip. Like, that's the only thing handy right now. My dog is chiming in. If you can't
That's
hear.
Shibby or Levi?
That's Levi.
All right.
And
Levi.
now Shibby, too. They're both. Oh, my gosh. I may have to mute myself.
No worries. All right. Joining us in the chat, faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her second channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's Connie Cleary. All right. Next up, the man who shanghaied himself into this broadcast, and I'm sure is regretting every second of it. Enigma Severus.
This has actually become fairly fun. I mean, you just start enjoying yourself with a bunch of little different things. And so.
Oh, my gosh. Hush.
I would do, whenever you're on stream meetings, you just do one of those little numbers where something. It's just.
Hello to the Wayfarer.
Hey.
Good to see you.
How you doing? And hey, Connie.
All right. So how are you guys?
Doing okay. You know, it's Tuesday.
I have an entire family of groundhogs that live at my house, and so
what
I had to get rid of. I was able to catch the mom, and I was nice about it. To relocate her, even though I Googled all the options, and this was the nicest one, so we took it.
You should have gotten pictures.
Oh, I have a video. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
that's funny. Yeah. Ready to talk about some movies this week.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, like I said, unfortunately, I did not see last night's movie. So, I'm going to take a bit of a back seat this evening. And, yeah, I'm going to let Sin and Enigma discuss the film. So, all right. last night's movie was Tuner,
Yep.
starring Leo Woodall, who you might remember from last year's Nuremberg.
See, I didn't see that. I was trying
Yes.
to remember if I've seen this guy anywhere else.
Mhm.
He looks familiar to me. Maybe he just reminds me of another actor. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen him in anything.
We have, I believe her name is Hannah Rose Liu. I'm not familiar with her.
Yeah, me either.
And of course, Academy Award winner Dustin Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always good to see him back. All right. So, what are your thoughts on
Tuner.
this latest
Okay.
selection?
So it was much better than How to Make a Killing. Because I kind of was comparing that movie to this one, but the reason it was more palatable to me is because the stuff that he did in here wasn't necessarily for his own selfish personal gain. He was truly attempting to help others.
Yeah.
He did screw up along the way, and he paid the price for it in different ways. But the basic premise of this story is this guy, he had been a pianist. It was like a prodigy. And something happened. He developed this condition. I can't remember what he called it, but basically he's allergic to sound. So he walks around with these earplugs in all the time. And then when he's in really intense situations involving noise, he has a pair of, I guess, like noise canceling headphones that he wears. And the work that he does is he's a piano tuner. And he works with Dustin Hoffman. He's very close. They're almost like family, but they're not blood related. And eventually an opportunity presents itself for him to start working with a group of criminals to break into safes, because he's figured out how to do that. And he does it just because his hearing is so sensitive, and he can just fine tune it to be able to unlock a safe. And as you might imagine, things get a little bit out of his control. In the meantime, he develops a relationship with this piano student or student at some musical academy. And, you know, it kind of reminded me in some ways of Crime 101 as well, with that stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think Crime 101, I like that more than How to Make a Killing as well, because the character was just presented in such a different way. Same thing with this. This guy did what he did, not because he wanted financial gain, but because situations happened and he knew there was this way to make some money and he needed to help somebody. And so that's what he did. And I liked that it did show the consequences that he ended up, having to deal with because of the actions that he took. And when he stepped into territory of doing something for selfish or personal reason, boy, he paid a pretty big price for that. So yeah, I thought this was handled pretty well. I'm a little confused by the ending, just a little. Just the very last scene.
Yeah, I'm actually doing research on why they did that.
Well, I don't understand how it was possible given what had happened up to that point. But maybe I'm just missing out on something, and maybe he really couldn't do what I thought he was capable of doing. Maybe the remark that was made at the end was just a quip.
Yeah. I'm trying to connect it with a couple comments that he made to the young lady when he first met her. She was testing him.
Yeah, the keys.
And so as he was leaving, he said, every note is hitting except for this one. And
maybe that's why. Maybe he just...
I was trying to go back and see, because I'm pretty sure he said a different key rather than the one at the very end. And then today I did research on, is there something specific in regards to these keys? And so one of the observations was that it is a more positive outlook key. And so I was like, okay, maybe he's trying to send a message in that regard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still, I'd have to go back and watch it again to see if those things relate,
Yeah. I thought this was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was such an improvement over last week's.
I was like, yeah, what if we get that one again? That'd be hilarious.
I really liked the moral dilemma that he was caught in, and I thought he was a great actor.
Yeah.
I liked the chemistry that he had with his little lady friend. I thought she did great as well. Dustin Hoffman, he's not in here a ton, but when he is, he kind of steals the show. Love their banter and their relationship. The lady who played his wife, oh my gosh, I don't know where I've seen her before, but that's bugging me.
Yeah, she did great.
Yeah, she was good. I thought everyone was really good. It was really cool to see Masoka again, you guys, from Dexter. It was very, very brief. He was the Asian guy with the bald head.
Yeah.
That came, yeah. So
He was Dexter's buddy. He was,
yeah, at the police force, he was hilarious
yeah.
in Dexter. Quite a different character here, though.
It was hard to take him seriously a little bit, though.
I know, right? It's like you make me kind of want to laugh because you're Masoka to me. So excuse me if I don't buy this, but anyway, whatever. He's not in there very long. I was also a little. There were some things that confused me. There was a situation that happened, that particular scene. Something had been done to his phone, the main character's phone.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is what's going to come back to bite him. The fact that this phone, and it didn't.
Right.
That wasn't like, so I don't know if maybe it's just like police weren't involved in certain things because maybe where they happened or in the neighborhood and nobody called the police because they just didn't want, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but I also found it really odd that they were doing some of the stuff they were doing, some of the things they were doing without gloves.
So brazenly.
So brazenly, because even though the setup, hey, Annalie, even though the setup was as explained by these criminals, still the fact that they had fingers touching areas that they shouldn't necessarily be, I don't know. Maybe the cover up was that they're the security company, so that's why they would be handling.
Yeah.
Maybe I just was reading a little bit too much into it. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. It felt more like a drama, though, honestly, than super high octane. It wasn't anything super high octane. He was no kick-ass guy, got his ass kicked. He wasn't someone that came in and saved the day or anything like that. He was just this guy trying to make ends meet and help people. And so, yeah, I think Ballerina, I think it's worth a watch, personally. Definitely not a hard pass. One Spoon of Chocolate, that's a hard pass.
Oh,
this one's not. So
this one's good. The storyline is believable.
Mm-hmm.
The movie, they actually come out and they do an introduction, just like many have done before the movie starts.
Right.
And, thank you for coming.
Taking the chance because you didn't know what it was going to be. Well, I did because
Yeah, we were doing the clues, but I like the fact that the writers did not try to overstretch the premise of what they were doing. They stayed within the realism of it. It's like realistically, this is most likely what's going to happen. And I actually enjoy the fact that he is not some elite guy that, like, when he decide. So this doesn't spoil anything, but they play the Thomas Crown Affair music.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, when he's prepping. And so it was just like, oh man, that's why I texted. I was like, here we go. I was like, but no.
I thought you were just channeling Deleted again.
Oh yeah, no. But he like just directly goes in to go and retrieve something, and it's just
he was very bold about it, wasn't he? Like,
just like,
wait a second.
Yeah, you need to do this. It was just like, why would you do that? Like, why weren't you sneaky about it? I am thankful that he directly told them, like, I don't care what else you get from everything. He was like, just give this back,
Yeah.
And yeah, they make him pay for it, but at least we see a positive outlook on it. And so, yeah, I was thinking a lot of this being like Crime 101. Except in Crime 101, obviously he has chosen this profession, whereas in this one, he's not choosing this necessarily. It's more of a, I'm out of options and this is the only one I got right now, you know?
All right.
That's cool, D. I did not know that, but I know I've seen her face somewhere before. So yeah, that's cool. Sound design, I didn't notice anything. I mean, the sound design, because yeah, they played with that because he had these hearing things. So you would, when he was suffering, you were feeling what he was, to a certain degree, what he was feeling. The sound would kind of go out when things were muffled for him. So I thought that was done pretty well. As far as the score, the score wasn't a standout for me. I was so focused on the story, I couldn't tell you now about the score.
Yeah, there were a couple comments. One of the funniest scenes I enjoyed, though, is when, and again, this doesn't spoil anything, but Dustin Hoffman is needing some medical attention, and so they confiscate these donuts, and he goes, "That woman is eating my donuts as we speak." He's so mad.
He kept wanting to eat all the wrong things and do all the wrong things. I thought he was pretty funny. Like I said, he stole the show, and he did so good in this. Something else there was a scene I really liked, just because of how powerful it was, or it came across to me, when he has a fight with his lady friend.
Yeah.
That was pretty powerful. And he says this one thing where he kind of steps over the line with something he says. And the lady beside me was like, "Oh," because, you remember what he said. It was pretty, he was lashing out. I thought they both had good points that they were making in this argument, because I get why what she said to him came across wrong. And then the point he was making to her, but then at that very end, he threw that zinger out there. It was like, "Oh boy, dude, you have stepped in it." Because that was that was pretty intense scene. Thank you, Akers. I'm glad you enjoyed these discussions.
Well, I do like the fact that
yeah, she did, Akers. I'm sorry, I just noticed what Akers mentioned. Yeah, she said stuff that she shouldn't have said too. And then she immediately though kind of retracted and said, and that's fine. That's fine if that's, that's what you are, that's what you want to be, whatever. But that also nudged the conversation. But when he said what he said, that was like, ooh, that was like, oh, knife to the heart sort of thing. And I felt bad for both of them in that moment, because I really liked their chemistry with each other. I thought they played off each other very well. It came across as very natural and, pretty sweet. So I just, I agreed. I agreed. I enjoyed, I do agree, Akers. He was right in his pushback, but when he said that last thing, I was like, oh, that's pretty damaging right there. It's kind of, not cool. But it's not like he thought it was fine. He immediately, he's like, he knew that he'd stepped over the line.
Well, he did good at walking away from it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, and it was, I think, the condescension that she was somewhat giving him. Because,
at the beginning of that conversation, for sure. Yeah.
And of course, he's going through a lot of emotional processes. And again, he's not accustomed to the intrusiveness. Even with Dustin Hoffman, he draws lines with Dustin Hoffman when Dustin Hoffman wants him to do specific things, and he kind of pushes back, and Hoffman doesn't really antagonize him to an extent, And so, yeah, in this one, I think he did really well with how he was handling certain circumstances, and I'm very happy that he was doing his best to come clean to the best.
Yes,
of his ability,
he was a good guy.
Yeah,
and I really appreciated that about him. In answer to your questions, Akers, and this does get a little spoilery, I don't think he does, because of something it shows at the end. I kind of thought something else was going to happen with that, but I don't believe that he did. Because at his heart, he's not that way,
Yeah, actually, his intentional motives have nothing to do with himself hardly at all.
No, it had. Yeah, no, it didn't. It was direct. It was a direct result of what was happening to people he was close to.
Oh yeah, all of his decision making was. I don't know if he ever made a specific decision for his own personal benefit in the movie. I'm not sure if he actually did.
There was the one thing involving the watch.
Yeah.
Which you could say sort of kind of was, even though it really wasn't like something for himself, but in a way it kind of was because of what he did with it.
Well, and he was basing it off of the story, you know.
What story?
What she had, yeah.
Wait, what?
The watch. He was basing the watch off the story that she had shared. And so he was
I forgot that story.
Yeah, she had explained there were only two things that she had to remember people by, and of course one of them had to be a watch, and that's why he was
got it. Yeah,
he was trying to restore that idea for her.
Yeah, I completely blanked out on that part of it.
Oh yeah, well I loved the traveling through different locations, and that introduction, which is also in the preview, where the woman's like, "I need you to fix the toilet."
I mean, my gosh, really?
And Hoffman's like, 500 and we'll talk, you know. But yeah, all of the people that they're interacting with and how they handle the chaoticness of it was really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was just very well done. Akers, that's right. He did do that. But the reason that I thought he hadn't done what I guess it looks like he did when you mentioned that, when the screen was shown and we see the balance is different than the first time we saw the balance, but you also saw a negative, as in the values had gone down, just, because of, how crypto's like this. So that's why I immediately thought, no, he didn't. But then you reminded me what he did there. So it was either he did, or it's just, I don't know, whatever he had left over from what he'd been. You don't think? Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
He intentionally did something. He did intentionally do it, and that's why he gave a call to Hoffman's wife and said, "Don't be mad at me."
Yeah, and then she sees what she sees there. Yeah, yeah.
Be mad, but yeah, and that's when his motives for the majority of everything he's doing. He has no major, and again, he explains the tragedy. He doesn't go in depth with the tragedy that he suffers, but you do kind of learn that he has grown from that tragedy and kind of stopped trying to aspire for his own personal gain and rather been doing a lot of things for other people.
Yeah.
Like Harry.
Yeah, he was definitely a character you could root for, and I did. I wanted him to be okay in the end. I wanted him to have a happily ever after. He was very likable, sympathetic, not a Mary Sue, but not, a complete asshole or anything either. So he wasn't a Glenn Powell, in other words.
No, I was thinking of Crime 101 earlier today. I was like, yeah, this is very much like Crime 101.
Pretty similar.
In a different aspect. And then, right, Glenn Powell, man, purely for himself. There is no redeeming quality for him. I mean, which is very, very evident. And I think even Powell would agree with that,
and no shade on Powell. He's fine. Yeah. Just that little smarmy smirk he gets when he smiles, that aggravates me. But I do like Powell.
I think he's doing well with Chad Powers. I really was rooting for him, and he does make that character come alive. He really does.
Which character? Copland. That's right. Yeah. That's a great film. Who are you talking about? You said Chad
Powers.
Who?
That's the one that Glenn Powell's playing for, not Amazon Prime. He's doing it for Hulu. Chad Powers. He's playing a football player that's trying to redeem himself from bad.
Okay. I didn't know about that one. Hadn't heard about
Oh
it.
yeah, he was. So in Chad Powers, he's a elite quarterback that ends up, fumbling the ball on the goal line against Georgia, and Georgia again is supposed to be a powerhouse through this film. And you know, as he's doing that, a kid in a wheelchair is saying, "You're still my hero," and he's like, "Not now, kid." And then he punches the guy
Ah,
that's watching the kid, and then
oh no.
you this tragedy of events happens. And so now he's still trying to live this club type life and this superstar type life, but nobody likes him. And
Yeah.
so now he's going to try out for this team that needs a quarterback. And of course, he begins having an interest in a young lady that works on the team, and she's an offensive coordinator or somebody that wants to be. And he starts making amazing decisions. But again, there's this inter turmoil and inter struggle, and you begin rooting for him in certain times, but he also does act like the smarmy type guy that you just,
Oh man, it's that smile,
yeah.
Enigma. That smile. I just like it's so. My hackles go up when I see it. It's weird because I actually like him, but it's like don't grin like that. Just don't do it. It
So,
makes you look super annoying.
My when Burn Notice was on, this is with Jeffrey Donovan.
Oh
who
yeah.
goes into Sicario. Me and my dad were big fans of it. Well, my grandmother wouldn't like the show, and my dad goes, "Why don't you like?" Because of how he smiled. She hated how he smiled, so she didn't like the show. And so yeah,
I mean, he kind of does have a face that I don't know. I think it's because of his mouth, the way
Yeah.
his mouth is shaped. You find yourself, or I find myself, forming sort of weird, irrational thoughts about the way a person might be based on stupid things like the shape of their mouth is so dumb.
Yes.
I realize that it's dumb, but yeah, that's funny. I could never really get into Burn Notice, but I know a lot of people liked it quite a bit.
It was a very down to earth method of how spies would actually do things, And
Okay.
the over dialogue that's on the show, and him explaining why he's doing what he's doing. Yeah, there is a number of liberties, but to be honest, the producers actually said in that show that they would do live action stunts because
Really?
they did not like doing CGI stuff, so they would intentionally do live action stunts and a live action. So you see then this one, I want to say it's at the end of season 2, you see that they actually blow up a car with this rocket. It's
gosh.
so cool. It's so cool to watch. And so yeah, they do a lot of really good down to earth type things. And again, Jeffrey Donovan in and of himself, just his sarcasm, his way of carrying his dry humor was what was so funny. And so yeah, it's like a modern day Magnum, I guess,
Okay. Magnum was fun. Love that show.
But the over dialogue, the explaining,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do voiceover? I don't remember.
Magnum, yeah, he did.
No, on Burn Notice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He explains if you're wanting to do this, if
okay.
you're going to break into a
Okay.
house, don't. I was never a fan of ski masks, and he's explaining why he does things.
Akers, I agree with you. Definitely about I Swear. I don't know if Tuner's going to end up on my list of favorites, even though I did really enjoy it. But I Swear is my number one right now for the year.
Yeah, I
So,
swear, good.
fantastic film.
And the fact that it's based on a true story, the constant turmoil that he's going through, for more that he's trying to extend himself, and he still doesn't give up. He's refusing to give up, which is awesome to watch him do throughout the film.
Well, he does make an effort.
Well,
initially he did make an attempt.
Yeah. Well, the one scene I loved, and it doesn't spoil anything, but when they change bosses at his job, and so he has that meeting, he's going, "I'm getting let go today."
Yeah, yeah, get fired today.
He starts.
There were some funny moments in there with his outbursts, but then at the same time, some terribly cringe moments.
But
But
I
yeah.
like how people were accepting of the blunt truth that he would say, even though he didn't want to say those things.
But in the thing is, it wasn't always truth, you know,
Right.
because he would say things that he legit did not intend to say, like when he saw that woman,
Yeah.
you know, and said what he said. He wasn't thinking that. It just was a word that popped out, you know. It's like a person with Tourette's, their brain is their worst enemy
Hmm.
because it works against them. So,
But
yeah,
the,
Leo's good. That'd be cool to see them. They're both really good actors. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything too negative about it, and there's really not. They did a
Tuner?
wonderful job.
No.
Yeah.
No, nothing really. I don't have any cons except for the question I had, the deal about the phone. I didn't understand that. Maybe I answered my own question when I mentioned it. And a little confusion about the end that we've already talked about a tad. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Could he really tell, or was he just being quippy? I think he was just being quippy.
They
That's what
leave
I
a
think.
lot open for interpretation, but it
Yeah.
also doesn't. There's no hard and fast permanency with everything that resulted.
Yeah.
It's not hard and fast that everything is permanent, and
Yeah.
so yeah, there's always the open ended, and then you get to decide.
Yeah. And this is one of the times where an open-ended ending I think works pretty well.
Yeah,
Because I'm not usually a fan of them, but if they're done just right, yeah, it lands for me. And this one did.
I'm just upset John Reno did not resurrect as the professional in this to be able to
He
help him out. You know?
he played that would be a cool name of a sequel. He had more of a part than I thought he was going to. Initially I thought, is he only going to be just sitting in the audience and that's it? And he's
Yeah.
not going to have a speaking role, but now he had a little bit more
It
to
was
say.
really interesting, that minor twist that he had was very interesting, and I hadn't seen it coming. I really
No.
didn't think about that.
No, me
And-
either.
And so yeah, when he's running all of those blocks and he shows up and he's like, "You look like you're in the worst outfit ever, dude."
Right? Like a work outfit going to this really snazzy event that had just happened. Like, oh my gosh.
You were nuts. And so yeah, when those two situations were happening where she is performing for her life and everything, and he is occupied elsewhere, I was like, man, it's just like, please find a way to turn this around,
Yeah.
And so
Yeah. It was he was in bad situation.
yeah, I really like this one. This one was good.
Agreed.
They could have put this piano music into The Wizard of the Kremlin, and I think it would have been amazing.
I try to forget that stupid movie existed. I did a quick take audio review for it. And
The
that
ending
was
was
about,
just as abrupt. The ending-
yeah, and I didn't care. I was so ready. I wish it had happened like 2 hours before.
Have you seen what they're doing now with AI? What they are doing is now they are putting Tom Cruise into different movies and having him steal the show with him running. So if you have Back to the Future, you have Tom Cruise.
No, I haven't seen that.
And so he's going through all these movies. And so my thought was, yeah, it would have been hilarious had we had Tom Cruise run through part of this film.
Right. That's funny because he runs in
Ghost Protocol.
most of his films. Acres, last week there were. The week before that, wasn't it the week before that they had was it the week before last?
So we had
No.
two back-to-back on a Monday, which was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, and then the one that came next was that stupid One Spoon of Chocolate.
Yeah, but it was
And then
Spoon of Chocolate.
there was only the one that time. After the double feature, there was Spoon of Chocolate.
Yeah.
And then the following week they did have two,
Yeah.
but they had one on Sunday, which was Sheep Detectives, and then they had The Wizard of the Kremlin.
Yeah.
Sheep Detectives was not a horror, but there had been horror 2 weeks before that with Hokum.
Yeah, Hokum, and what was the one that was premiering with Hokum? That was
Over Your Dead Body.
Yeah, Over Your Dead Body.
Love that movie.
I made you a lovely meal.
The argument.
Both of them
arguing over who was planning to kill the other more considerately.
Yeah. Let's be humane about this.
The horror one. What was the horror one in? Yeah, Hokum.
Hokum. Yeah.
Was the horror movie.
Hokum.
Yeah.
You tried to strangle me after I'm making you a lovely meal. Like, this is the best. I did research.
Oh my gosh, I love that one. So
Oliphant. I was not seeing Oliphant as being that type of character. So
he's played a villain before. I don't like when he plays a villain.
He did. I think his first villain role was actually Die Hard.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
No,
but I don't know. I don't think so.
Movies before
There was
that.
another. Yeah. There was another franchise movie he was in where he was a villain. I mean, I'm keeping it vague, but the movie is quite old.
But yeah, he played his role to the hilt in Justified. He did that.
I loved him in Justified. I like Tim the Oliphant, and I don't like when he plays a villain because I want him always to be the good guy. But yeah, he was good.
Well, his dry humor as well. His sarcastic quips.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Tuner, great one. I don't really have much else to say about it, honestly. I enjoyed it. I don't want to give away, significant spoilers. I do think it's worth a watch for sure. I don't think this is the kind of movie that's going to hang around theaters very long, unfortunately. But it's definitely worth checking out.
Sheep Detectives is still there, thankfully.
Yeah, Sheep Detectives. I love that movie. It just came out last week, though. Hey, Bonzo. Guess what I'm going to go see again on Saturday?
Silence of the Lambs. What?
I saw that already a couple weeks ago. Michael. I'm going to go see Michael.
Oh.
For the third time.
Oh.
I saw Project Hail Mary for the third time last weekend. And you know what? That theater was almost packed. Project Hail Mary. That film's doing well.
One of my favorite scenes from Hail Mary is, and again, doesn't spoil, but when Rocky goes into his ship and he starts banging around on other things. And, as a teacher, when he goes, Rocky, my hand is up. He goes, we can't just come into somebody else's. That is exactly what happens. My hand is up. This means silence.
I love the dialogue in there, and the fact that he was talking mostly with not a human was pretty funny.
His eating methods are exotic.
And in the book, it's not exactly like that. In the book, it's a little reverse. Rocky is ashamed because he says that he warns Grace that it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But Grace wants to watch anyway because he's a scientist, or he's like because he's like a what was he? I forgot what his field was.
In middle school.
Molecular biologist or something. Yeah. But he wanted to see it, and so Rocky showed him. And Grace talks about how gross it was. But Rocky, that whole funny banter with them in the movie, it was like Rocky was like, it's beautiful how I eat. That didn't happen in the book. That was obviously added for comedic effect. It's funny.
Well, his whispering, he can see around walls.
Right. He can see through walls. That also wasn't a thing. They didn't have these little arguments like that. In the book, but it works in the movie because it adds some levity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had never thought of him having sonar vision, as they put it in the film.
Yeah.
His way of seeing things through sound bouncing and sound waves. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the way that Grace figures it out is exactly the way that it happens in the movie. He gives him a measuring tape, and Rocky can't. He's just playing with it. He can't see, and then he figures out, oh, echolocation. So that's how they end up starting to communicate.
I'm showing you a clock, and you're showing me a clock.
Ryan Gosling's so funny in this movie. I really enjoyed it.
He did really. He goes, put on puppet show. I can't understand. Can't understand. Put on puppet show. What? But yeah,
amaze.
Yeah.
So yeah, as we always tend to do, we have wandered away from the subject of. We have strayed from the subject of this latest mystery movie, which was Tuner.
It's just good,
I guess I'm just going to remove the picture because we're talking about all these other things. So, oh, you did. Someone did it. Oh, well, okay. There we go.
Ryan Gosling's in this film. They said Ryan Gosling and Tuner. It's like, no.
Hey, we're talking about it. This happens all the time. Anyway, Julie, did you have any questions? I mean, we probably answered a lot of them in our discussion.
No, I'm just glad that it seems to be a good film. I'm hearing good things about it. So I'm looking forward to when I finally do get my chance to sit down and watch this one.
I think you'll like it.
That's what I do. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cafe scene where Hoffman is telling him to, walk the girl to her class or whatnot.
Yeah.
He's like, she doesn't want me to do that. Very next scene. But yeah,
he's walking with her.
I really do think this film did really well with allowing silence to happen. They didn't have to overfill the film with dialogue like the previous one,
Oh gosh.
Yeah. They did really well with the subtle signaling and the noise, like we were talking about earlier. They magnified the noise for us to how he would hear it. They it to let us, and it did. It was becoming annoying. It was like, yeah, that would be annoying,
Well, and not just annoying, but painful.
Yeah.
Debilitating. That would be a horrible affliction. Jeez.
Yeah, he really does. He really does go through that daily, you think. So, yeah, it was a good one.
Yep. I got nothing. Nothing else.
All right.
Unless we get into spoilers.
I'd rather not.
It's fine. We don't need to. No, we're not going to do like off the cover. Now, hi, off the cover. We love you, buddy. But that was funny when he did that with Mercy. Like 5 minutes in, he went right off the bat.
I had to think about who's off the cover because it's been so long since I've talked with him. I was like, wait, who's? Oh, yeah, that's funny. It had been a bit since I think he'd been to one of the mystery movies. He hasn't been in a while. That might have been the last one.
Yeah, no, we miss Kyle. We miss Paul.
Yeah.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. Sorry you weren't able to watch this. I think I don't know if she's in the chat or not, but
I haven't seen her.
Yeah, if she watches this on replay, I think you would have enjoyed this, Rachel. Sorry you couldn't make it.
Corey would have loved it too. Corey
would have liked it as well. Yes. Rachel, I guess. So she gave you that list of movies as well. Yeah. I've started going through them to watch ones that I don't know that I'm going to watch all of them because some of them I have absolutely no interest in. But there's also some that several that I do. Well, so I'm going to try to get as many. What's that?
There's a number I've already seen. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Seen that. Oh, you discovered that one, did you? Yeah. Seen that.
There's some I probably need to rewatch because it's been so long since I've seen them. I don't remember.
Some of her choosings, though, it's like, I haven't heard of that one. I'm going to have to go and watch that one.
Same. Which one did I recently start rewatching? Oh, I started rewatching Time Crimes.
Time Crimes. Oh, and there's one that keeps coming up on my list, so I'm going to have to up it on the schedule is Moon. They said that one.
Oh, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah. And The new one that he has coming out with John Malkovich looks
Oh, that looks so good.
Wild Horse 9 or something.
I hope it's as good as the trailer makes it look.
Yeah, him and Malkovich have really good chemistry.
Yes, they do.
He's like, what do you mean driving down the road, shooting up people?
What are we, hippies? The way he delivered that line, too. Oh, my gosh.
Malkovich just does it so well. And then
He does.
Rockwell playing off of it. But he goes, yeah, all right, why don't you shut up or something? And he goes, who are you talking to, your mother?
He said something really rude, too, right before he hung up. Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. But, man, that's not coming out till October.
Yeah. Buscemi
Long time.
looks great in that, too. Buscemi, man, he put on some makeup for that thing.
Oh, I guess I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he's all mixed up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Rachel. Hey, Sashi. I'm late, so be kind and rewind is what I'll be doing. But we were just talking about you, Rachel, and I had just said that I was sorry you missed the movie that was last night's mystery movie. It's called Tuner, and I do recommend it. I think you would have liked it. And I also said I was going through your list and I was starting to rewatch Time Crimes. Yeah, we had just finished talking about you right before we noticed that you were in the comments. So I'm going through your movie list and try to get as many done as I can.
I like the fact, we were discussing your movies. Before Sunrise is one she discovered, even though that's a trilogy, which is really
right.
good.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Right?
And
because
they do a trilogy and they use the same.
They aged it. Yes. They waited that long in real life because that movie actually came up in a Los Cinematicos discussion I had a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And the middle one, I think in the trilogy he had listed was one of his favorites or something. And so then he told me more about how the story went. I thought that was fascinating. It was made by the same guy that did Boyhood, I think. Yeah. Hey, Nadia, how are you doing?
And something that Ethan Hawke was saying is that he said he's very thrilled that they were able to do the film when they did, and then they waited 10 years and used the same people, and they're actually doing it 10 years later down the road. How does that relationship look like? You know? And so
that's interesting. I like that, but boy, you're taking a big risk.
Yeah.
Such a gamble, because anything could happen in 10 years.
You know, Ethan Hawke has done a lot of, I really want to say, independent films. He had one that was a Western that was actually really good. I think the only downside is you really don't take John Travolta seriously as the villain.
What was the name of it?
It's, oh man.
In the Valley of Violence or something like that?
Yeah.
In the Valley of what?
Violence.
I've never heard of that one.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Just
2016.
You don't feel like Travolta is an actual villain, but for the most part, all of it's pretty good and pretty well done. I think Hawke did really well with it, and so you have to piece together the movie. But yeah, Hawke has taken a number of risks on a lot of films. So you remember Gattaca, you know?
Yeah, with Uma Thurman. And wasn't he also in, was it called Predestination? Is that the one it was called?
Maybe Daybreakers? I can't remember.
No, I like Daybreakers.
That was another one.
Yeah.
I really liked, that was also Willem Dafoe. Predestination. Yeah, that one was, that one broke my brain a little bit.
But yeah,
he's was so wild. Some risks. He's a great actor.
Yeah. And so, I mean, he's the one that also kicked off the, the Purge, you know?
Oh, that's right. Yep.
He's the initial.
And Insidious. No, not Insidious. Sinister.
Yep. So, I really like the trilogy. I got to go back and watch those again. So, but yeah, a lot of good ideas.
Oh. Rachel just saw Gattaca.
Yes. This is a good one. this is obviously before, Uma Thurman was huge, before Jude Law was actually discovered or a major star. And then Ethan Hawke was actually the big name in that thing, I think. Along with,
Maybe,
yeah, he was about the biggest one that was there.
I forgot Jude was in Gattaca.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the book that got made into a movie that very famous Hawke was in it, and goodness, Ethan Hawke. Anyway, but yeah.
What was it about?
It was about a young lady that was basically Great Expectations. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was one of the main characters in that one. And again, young lady, leading the guy on. And because he's not in the right social circle, it's that basically Wuthering Heights type romance, Is
that one of the, who wrote that? Is that Jane Eyre, or is that, no, Jane Eyre. Who wrote that? Great Expectations.
Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens. Okay. I don't know why I keep thinking Great Expectations is one of those books written by the author of Pride and Prejudice or something.
Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Bennet. Jane Austen.
Jane Austen. Yeah. I get Jane Austen, the Bronte sisters mixed up. Yeah. Never read their books. So.
Yeah,
Forgot he was in Moon Knight, Sashi.
That's okay. Nobody saw Moon Knight.
I did.
Oh my god. Oh. Yeah.
I enjoyed it okay, but I don't know much about Moon Knight. But I didn't watch many of those the Marvel shows.
Watch Pitch Meeting, and he'll explain Moon Knight to you pretty well. He was like, oh man, those stunts of fight scenes are going to cost a lot. No, we're going to have him black out anytime that happens.
Right.
Just things have happened, Yeah, anytime I don't care to watch a movie, a lot of people put that in the comments. We just go to Pitch Meeting, hear what happens, and then
find out what happens. Yeah. Or I just go to Wikipedia and read the plot or the movie spoiler.
We're gonna do that with Rachel. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. Yeah, I saw that movie. Good one. No, yeah. But yeah, this one was great. Oh yeah, she's gonna watch Assault on Precinct 13 from the '76. I thought
John Carpenter.
Oh, right on.
And Hawk, was in the remake.
Very well.
Yeah. So I was
Okay.
The remake that was basically The Negotiator and like a Precinct 13 skin suit. But yeah.
I forgot he was in that one.
So yeah, a lot of good ones coming up. But yeah, this one, Tuner, again, going back to the original, it's still a good one.
Yep, agreed. Recommend.
If you got free time. It's not going to be in theaters long. It's probably going to be a mid-afternoon Saturday thing, and then they're not going to.
Yeah, it won't. Unfortunately, this is just not that. Yeah, he was fantastic in Training Day, as was Denzel, and I don't like seeing Denzel play a bad guy either.
Yeah, Hawk. And I think what they were saying is that he didn't steal the show, but he really brought his level up with Denzel's energy in it.
No, it was a good movie.
All right. So I think we're going to let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Yeah. And go one time around the horn. Sin, what do you have coming up?
Well, in about an hour, I'm going to jump on Box Office Brawler's channel. We're going to be talking about Apocalypto, which I just realized recently was 20 years old. What the heck? Yeah, and I'm going to put up a quick take audio review for One Spoon of Chocolate. I'm going to go see In the Gray on Thursday, which I'm looking forward to, and we'll hopefully have a review up for that Friday or some point over the weekend. And that's it.
All right. Enigma.
You have a review of In the Gray, and I just realized that it exists,
I don't have the review yet. I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it on Thursday.
I didn't even know it existed. Okay.
It's Guy Ritchie, Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal and the chick who played in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
My apologies. We will be doing mystery movies next week. I'm really excited about. And then I will be with Miss Rachel when she is going through these awesome movies through the month of February that she's seen. And then I am going to be on Sparkboy 21 for the plug. I'm going to be in the chat encouraging everybody. So those are the things I have going right now.
We don't know the date of Rachel's thing, right? I think she said sometime in June. Did she say June? Okay.
Basically,
right.
yeah.
And do you have, let me look on my thing because I don't remember yet if I've seen a mystery movie pop up for Monday, but I thought that there was going to be one. I thought for the next 2 weeks there's supposed to be one.
I think there is. I just didn't decide to grab the ticket yet.
It's not showing in mine. In my app here.
Nobody really steals my seat, so I'm not too worried about it. They really don't.
I'll check later.
Actually, somebody did steal, and I had to go to E6, and I was not thrilled about that.
I don't like it when they take my back row middle seat.
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
You took it.
People here take it all the time.
The only real kind of seating issue that I ever had was a bunch of people wanting me to get up and move. And I'm like, I paid for the seat. Yeah. What do you care? You can just sit wherever you want. I'm like,
no, but what if you take a seat somebody else has paid for? That's the thing. It's an assigned seat. That's what I paid for. I paid to sit in this specific seat. If you don't like it, go talk to management or keep talking and see what happens.
Keep talking.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have
I'm just saying, you don't walk into like a movie theater drunk or high and start sticking your finger in someone's face.
Oh my God.
Tell them to move. That's not going to happen.
People were vaping when we went to go see Hard Boiled. So I was like, this is not a thing, dude. It's not literal. Stop smoking.
That's funny.
I need the experience. But yeah. I fully agree. Yeah, they're not showing up on mine.
Yeah. But I've seen them talking about it on the Reddit thread. Movies for the 18th and the 25th.
Okay.
So I'll keep an eye out.
I got Avalon. I can go to another reel. I can do another. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. By the 3rd. What day of the week is that? Okay, yeah. The first weekend in June, I'm planning to be out of town, but yeah, just let me know. That sounds good. I need to get to watching some more movies. So
I'm planning to still be alive by that time, so we should be good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Well, as long as the little don't get me over here.
All right. As for myself, as Enigma already said, live from Sparkwind 21. We'll begin in approximately a half an hour. We'll have the whole crew there. So if you stay through the credits, and if you're on my channel, you will be automatically redirected. And then, of course, stay through Sparkwood 21, and you will be redirected back to Troy's channel for his next episode of Sherlock Holmes. And we're going to be watching the second half of The Hound of the Baskervilles. So stay tuned for that as mystery continues.
All right. By the way, it looks like on the Reddit thread, I don't know why they were talking about the 18th and the 25th, so I'm wondering if another chain has something on the 18th and the 25th, like AMC. But the new mystery movie thread that went up is for June 1st. So, yeah.
All right. Well, plenty of time to figure out all the clues.
Yep.
All right. So any last words before we wrap this one up?
I got nothing. Go watch a good movie.
All right. Send an Enigma recommending Tuner.
Yep.
with Leah Woodall and Dustin Hoffman. So,
Yep.
and Jean Reno, I guess, too, is in this, and Tova Feldshuh, as we brought up earlier. So, all right.
Not Ryan
Tuner.
Gosling. No.
Not Ryan Gosling. No, Ryan Gosling is not in this film.
Or any of the other actors in the other movies we were talking about when that picture was up.
Right on. All right. So, as I always say at the end of every broadcast from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.
Bye.
Good night.
Ronan's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah, yeah. Steven out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
That's all, folks.